Reclaiming your power. How to stop chasing her and make her chase you. The illusion of pursuit and the real magnetism of self-worth. In the realm of modern relationships, a pervasive and often destructive narrative dictates that men must relentlessly pursue women, showering them with attention, gifts, and unwavering devotion to win their affection. This narrative, fueled by societal expectations and perpetuated by countless dating guides, fosters a dynamic of imbalance, where men are relegated to a position of subservience, constantly striving to prove their worth to a woman who holds all the power. However, the brutal truth, often unspoken, is that this approach rarely works. Women are not inherently drawn to men who chase them. Instead, they are drawn to men they have to chase, men who possess an inner strength, confidence, and self-respect that commands attention without demanding it. The opening assertion of the provided transcript boldly challenges this conventional wisdom, asserting that the key to attracting a woman lies not in pursuing her, but in cultivating a sense of self-worth that compels her to pursue you. It suggests that the moment a man begins to chase a woman, he inadvertently diminishes his own value in her eyes, leading to a loss of attraction. Conversely, by shifting the power dynamic and demonstrating that he is not playing by her rules, a man can ignite a woman's desire and make her fight to be in his life. This essay will thoroughly examine this premise, exploring the psychological underpinnings of attraction, dissecting the common mistakes men make in relationships, and providing a step-by-step guide to reclaiming your power and transforming yourself into the kind of man who effortlessly attracts the women he desires. We will move beyond superficial tactics and delve into the deeper work of self-improvement, emotional mastery, and boundary setting, empowering you to build relationships based on mutual respect, genuine connection, and unwavering self-worth. Part 1. The futility of chasing. Why effort doesn't equal attraction. The traditional model of courtship often encourages men to equate effort with attraction, believing that the more they invest in a woman, the more likely she is to reciprocate their feelings. This belief leads to a cycle of overgiving, where men lavish women with attention, plan elaborate dates, and shower them with gifts in the hopes of winning their affection. However, the reality is that this approach often backfires, pushing women further away and ultimately diminishing the man's own value in the relationship. The paradox of overinvestment. The more a man invests in a woman without receiving equal reciprocation, the more he inadvertently signals his own lack of self-worth. He conveys the message that he is willing to go to any lengths to win her approval, even at the expense of his own needs and desires. This behavior is often perceived as desperate and unattractive, as it suggests that the man is seeking external validation to compensate for his own inner insecurities. Furthermore, overinvestment can create a sense of entitlement in the woman, leading her to take the man's efforts for granted. She may begin to expect his constant attention and lavish gifts, without feeling obligated to reciprocate in kind. This imbalance of effort erodes the foundation of mutual respect and genuine connection, transforming the relationship into a transactional exchange where the man is constantly striving to earn the woman's approval. The allure of the unavailable. Conversely, women are often drawn to men who are not readily available, who have their own passions and priorities, and who are not afraid to assert their boundaries. This is not to suggest that men should deliberately play games or feign disinterest, but rather that they should prioritize their own self-worth and live a life that is fulfilling and independent of any romantic relationship. The allure of the unavailable lies in the challenge it presents. Women are naturally drawn to men who are not easily won over, who possess an air of mystery, and who inspire a sense of curiosity. These men exude confidence and self-assurance, signaling that they are not seeking external validation and that they value their own time and energy. This scarcity of attention makes them more desirable, as women are compelled to work for their affection and prove their worthiness of their time. The importance of reciprocity. A healthy and fulfilling relationship is built on mutual respect, reciprocal effort, and a genuine desire to connect on a deeper level. If a man consistently finds himself giving more than he receives, it is a sign that the power dynamic is imbalanced and that he is not being valued for who he is. In such cases, it is essential to reevaluate the relationship and to assert his boundaries, ensuring that his needs and desires are being met with equal consideration. Part 2. Understanding why she pulled back, decoding the power dynamics. Before attempting to reclaim your power in a relationship, it is crucial to understand the underlying reasons why a woman may have pulled back in the first place. While every situation is unique, there are some common patterns in power dynamics that often contribute to this phenomenon. Understanding these dynamics can provide valuable insights into the woman's motivations and inform your strategy for resetting the relationship. The loss of control. One of the primary reasons why women pull back in a relationship is a perceived loss of control. When a woman feels that she has too much power in a relationship, she may become bored or complacent, leading to a decline in attraction. This is not necessarily a conscious decision on her part, but rather a natural human response to the imbalance of power. When a man is overly eager to please, constantly seeking her approval, and readily available at her beck and call, he inadvertently relinquishes his power in the relationship. He conveys the message that he is dependent on her validation and that he is willing to sacrifice his own needs and desires to keep her happy. This can be a turn-off for women, who are often drawn to men who are independent, self-assured, and capable of asserting their own boundaries. The testing phase. Women often test men, consciously or unconsciously, to assess their strength, confidence, and ability to maintain their composure under pressure. These tests may manifest in various forms, such as pulling back, acting cold, becoming distant, or initiating arguments. The purpose of these tests is to gauge the man's reaction and determine whether he is capable of handling the challenges of a relationship without losing his composure or sacrificing his own self-respect. If a man reacts to these tests by chasing her, blowing up her phone, or attempting to fix things, he inadvertently confirms her perception that she is in control. He demonstrates that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win her approval, even at the expense of his own dignity. This reinforces the power imbalance and further diminishes his attractiveness in her eyes. The value of scarcity. People tend to value what is scarce and difficult to obtain. This principle applies to relationships as well. When a man is always available and readily accessible, his presence loses its value in the woman's eyes. She may begin to take him for granted, assuming that he will always be there regardless of how she treats him. Conversely, when a man creates a sense of scarcity by prioritizing his own life, pursuing his passions, and setting boundaries, his presence becomes more valuable and desirable. The woman is forced to work for his attention, which increases her investment in the relationship and strengthens her attraction to him. Part 3. Emotional detachment, regaining your power through non-reactivity. Once you understand why a woman may have pulled back in a relationship, the next step is to implement the powerful strategy of emotional detachment. This does not mean becoming cold or uncaring, but rather regaining control over your emotions and refusing to react to her behavior in a way that diminishes your own value. Emotional detachment is about maintaining your composure, prioritizing your own well-being, and refusing to let her actions dictate your emotional state. Creating space for her to miss you. The primary purpose of emotional detachment is to create space for her to miss you. When you're always available and constantly seeking her attention, she does not have the opportunity to experience your absence and to realize the value of your presence in her life. By pulling back emotionally, you create a void that she will naturally seek to fill, increasing her desire to reconnect with you. This is not about playing games or manipulating her emotions. It is about allowing her to experience the natural consequences of her actions and to realize what she may be losing by pulling away. When she feels your absence, she is more likely to reflect on the relationship and to consider the possibility of losing you permanently. The paradox of non-attachment. Most men fear that showing less interest will cause them to lose the woman they desire. However, the paradox is that the moment you stop being so readily available, stop caring about every little thing she does, and stops seeking her validation, you become more attractive. This is because you are demonstrating that you are not dependent on her approval and that you value your own time and energy. This does not mean you should completely ignore her or become indifferent to her feelings. It means maintaining a sense of emotional distance, refusing to let her actions dictate your emotional state, and prioritizing your own well-being. When you're emotionally detached, you exude confidence and self-assurance, qualities that are inherently attractive to women. Becoming a ghost. In practice, emotional detachment often involves becoming a ghost in her life. This means ceasing all communication, including texts, calls, and social media interactions. You refrain from reacting to her posts, engaging with her updates, or checking her Instagram stories. You simply disappear from her radar, leaving her to wonder what has happened. This silence speaks volumes. It conveys the message that you are no longer willing to chase her or to seek her approval. It disrupts her sense of control and forces her to confront the possibility that she may be losing you. This can be a powerful catalyst for change, prompting her to reevaluate the relationship and to take action to win you back. Part 4. Avoiding common mistakes, steering clear of the pitfalls. During the period of emotional detachment, it is crucial to avoid making common mistakes that can undermine your efforts and push her further away. These mistakes often stem from panic, insecurity, and a desire to fix things prematurely. Recognizing and avoiding these pitfalls is essential for maintaining your power and allowing her to come back to you on her own terms. Resisting the urge to reach out. The most common mistake men make during emotional detachment is giving in to the urge to reach out to her. This may manifest in various forms, such as sending a text message, commenting on her Instagram post, asking mutual friends about her, or driving by her house. However, any attempt to contact her during this period will undermine your efforts and signal that she still has control over you. It is essential to resist this urge, no matter how strong it may be. Remind yourself that the purpose of emotional detachment is to create space for her to miss you and to realize the value of your presence in her life. Reaching out to her prematurely will only reinforce her perception that you are dependent on her validation and that she can control your emotions. Ignoring social media bait. Women often use social media to test men's reactions and to gauge their interest. This may involve posting provocative photos, sharing updates about their social life, or engaging in indirect communication designed to elicit a response. It is crucial to ignore these social media baits and to refrain from reacting in any way. Liking her photos, commenting on her posts, or sending her direct messages will only validate her behavior and show her that you are still hooked. It will give her the attention she craves without having to work for it, diminishing your value and reinforcing the power imbalance. Avoiding checking in messages. The temptation to send a casual checking-in message can be particularly strong during emotional detachment. This message may seem harmless, but is often interpreted as a sign of insecurity and desperation. It conveys the message that you are still thinking about her and that you are worried about her well-being. It is essential to resist this temptation and to maintain complete silence. The purpose of emotional detachment is to disrupt her sense of control and to make her wonder about your whereabouts and your feelings. Sending a checking-in message will only undermine this effort and signal that you are still seeking her approval. Part 5. The power of no contact. Disrupting her sense of control. The no-contact rule is a powerful strategy for reclaiming your power in a relationship and making her chase you. It involves completely severing all communication with her for a specified period, typically 30 days or more. This is not a passive approach, but rather a proactive strategy designed to disrupt her sense of control, create space for her to miss you, and allow you to focus on your own personal growth. Psychological warfare. The no-contact rule can be viewed as a form of psychological warfare. Women are often accustomed to men who cannot tolerate silence and who are quick to chase after them at the first sign of distance. By implementing the no-contact rule, you disrupt this pattern and challenge her expectations. This disruption can be unsettling for her, as it forces her to confront the possibility that she may be losing you. It creates a sense of uncertainty and anxiety, which can intensify her desire to reconnect with you and regain control of the relationship, creating a void. In today's hyperconnected world, people are accustomed to constant communication and instant gratification. The no-contact rule disrupts this pattern by creating a void in her life. She is no longer receiving your texts, calls, or social media interactions, and she's left wondering about your whereabouts and your feelings. This void can be a powerful catalyst for reflection, prompting her to consider the value of your presence in her life and the potential consequences of losing you permanently. It allows her to experience the true impact of her actions and to realize what she may be missing by pulling away. Maintaining discipline. The no-contact rule requires a high degree of discipline and self-control. It is essential to resist the urge to reach out to her, no matter how strong the temptation may be. Remind yourself that the purpose of this strategy is to create space for her to miss you and to allow you to focus on your own personal growth. During this period, it is crucial to avoid stalking her on social media, asking mutual friends about her, or engaging in any behavior that could undermine your efforts. Maintain complete silence and focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Part 6. Staying focused during the pullback. Channeling your energy into self-improvement. The effectiveness of the no-contact rule hinges on your ability to stay focused and to channel your energy into self-improvement. It is not enough to simply sit around waiting for her to reach out. You must use this time to become a better version of yourself, both for your own sake and to make her want you back. Investing in your growth. The pullback should be viewed as an opportunity to invest in your personal growth. This means focusing on areas where you can improve, such as your physical fitness, your career, your social life, and your emotional well-being. Hit the gym, build your business, learn new skills, and pursue your passions. This is your time to become the best version of yourself, both physically and mentally. When she finally reaches out, you want to be a completely new man, stronger, more confident, and more successful than before, making her want to come back. The goal is not simply to make her miss you, but to make her want to come back. This requires demonstrating that you have moved on with your life and that you're no longer dependent on her validation. When she sees that you have transformed, that you have built a life that is bigger and better than before, she will naturally want to be a part of it. She will be drawn to your confidence, your success, and your unwavering self-respect. Becoming the prize. Instead of chasing her, focus on becoming the prize. This means cultivating qualities that are inherently attractive to women, such as confidence, ambition, humor, and emotional intelligence. When you are the prize, women will naturally be drawn to you. They will want to be in your presence, to learn from you, and to experience the world through your eyes. This is the ultimate power dynamic, where you're the one being pursued, rather than the pursuer. Part 7. Using heartbreak as fuel, transforming pain into power. Heartbreak is an inevitable part of life, but does not have to be a destructive force. In fact, heartbreak can be a powerful catalyst for personal growth, providing the motivation and fuel needed to transform yourself into a stronger, more resilient, and more successful individual. Turning pain into power. The key to using heartbreak as fuel is to reframe your perspective. Instead of viewing it as a moment of weakness, view it as an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. Use the pain of rejection as motivation to hit the gym harder, to work longer hours, to improve every aspect of your life. Channel your negative emotions into productive activities that will benefit your future. Avoiding self-pity. One of the biggest mistakes men make during heartbreak is wallowing in self-pity. They replay every conversation in their mind, stalk her on social media, and wonder where they went wrong. This behavior is counterproductive and only serves to prolong the pain and delay the healing process. It is essential to resist the urge to indulge in self-pity and to focus instead on taking positive action. Acknowledge your pain, but do not allow it to consume you. Use it as fuel to drive you forward and to motivate you to become a better person. The best revenge. The best revenge is not getting her back, but becoming the man she regrets losing. When you transform yourself into a stronger, more successful, and more confident individual, you send a powerful message that you are not defined by her actions. She may eventually realize her mistake and attempt to reconnect with you, but by that point, you will be in a position of power. You will have options and the ability to choose whether or not to give her another chance. Part 8. Building emotional strength, becoming bulletproof. True power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling yourself. Building emotional strength is essential for maintaining your composure under pressure, resisting external validation, and becoming the kind of man who is impervious to the emotional whims of others. Emotional detachment in every area of life. The key to building emotional strength is to practice emotional detachment in every area of your life. This means learning to separate your emotions from external events and refusing to let other people dictate your emotional state. Do not allow her mood swings, her silence, or her pullbacks to affect your sense of self-worth. Stay steady and grounded in who you are as a man. This will not only make you more attractive to women, but also improve your overall quality of life. Becoming the rock. Women are naturally drawn to men who are emotionally stable, who do not get easily rattled, and who can provide a sense of security and stability. By building emotional strength, you become the rock she can depend on, the man who is unshakable in the face of challenges. This does not mean suppressing your emotions, but rather learning to manage them effectively. Acknowledge your feelings, but do not let them control you. Respond to challenges with calm reason and unwavering self-confidence. Internal validation. The ultimate goal is to reach a point where you no longer rely on external validation to feel good about yourself. Your self-worth should come from within, based on your values, your accomplishments, and your commitment to personal growth. When you are emotionally strong and self-validated, you become impervious to the opinions and actions of others. You are no longer swayed by her tests or her pullbacks, because you know that your value does not come from her approval. Part 9. Making her miss you. The art of strategic absence. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. In the realm of modern relationships, where constant communication is the norm, the art of strategic absence can be a powerful tool for making her miss you and for reigniting her desire. Breaking through the noise. In today's world, women are bombarded with attention from various sources, including social media likes, texts from guys, compliments, and validation from everywhere. This constant stream of attention can become overwhelming and desensitize them to its value. By going silent, you break through this noise and create a void that she will naturally seek to fill. Your absence becomes a powerful message, signaling that you are not like other men and that your attention is not easily won. Creating mystery. Silence creates mystery. When you are always available and constantly seeking her attention, there is nothing left to discover. She knows everything about you, your habits, your feelings, and your availability. By going silent, you introduce an element of mystery into the equation. She begins to wonder about your whereabouts, your feelings, and your intentions. This uncertainty can be intriguing and can ignite her curiosity. Withholding validation. Women are often accustomed to receiving constant validation, especially on social media. When you withhold your validation by not liking her photos, not commenting on her posts, and not watching her stories, she begins to notice. This lack of validation can be unsettling for her, as it disrupts her sense of control and forces her to confront the possibility that she may be losing your interest. It can also make her question her own attractiveness and desirability. Part 10. When she reaches out. Navigating the reconnection. When she finally reaches out, it is crucial to maintain your composure and to avoid falling back into old patterns. This is your opportunity to show her that you have changed, that you are no longer the same man who used to hang on her every word. Playing it cool. Resist the urge to respond immediately with a long, emotional message. This will signal that you have been waiting for her to reach out and that she still has power over you. Instead, give it some time. Wait a few hours, even a day, before responding. When you do respond, keep it short and indifferent. Let her know that you have been busy with your own projects and that you're doing just fine without her. Maintaining the upper hand. The key is to not show her that you are overly eager. Let her know that you are doing just fine without her and that she needs to work for your time and attention. This will keep her wondering if she still holds a place in your world. By delaying your response and keeping it brief, you're signaling to her that your life does not revolve around her anymore. She will start to think, has he moved on? Is he seeing someone else? Why isn't he as interested as before? Avoiding old habits. After she reaches out, it is tempting to want to rekindle things quickly, especially if she seems interested again. But remember, this is about resetting the power dynamic. Let her come to you. Let her work to regain your attention. Respond when necessary, but always keep the upper hand by staying focused on your own life and goals. Part 11. Reinstate boundaries and power dynamics, establishing a new foundation. Once she is back in your life, it is essential to reinstate clear boundaries and establish a new power dynamic. You cannot go back to the same situation where she had the upper hand. This time, things must be different. Coming back on your terms. She is only coming back on your terms, not hers. When she reaches out, you cannot just welcome her back with open arms, as if nothing happened. You have to reset the relationship dynamics and make it clear that you are in control now. She needs to know that you have changed, that you're not the same guy who was at her beck and call, responding to every little thing she did. She will be expecting the old you, the one who is always available, but what she needs to find is a man who values himself first and foremost. Earning her place. When she comes back, she needs to earn her place in your life again. Do not give her the same level of access she had before. If she was your main priority before, she is not anymore. She's going to have to prove herself, show you that she values your time and respects your new boundaries. You have to communicate these boundaries clearly, but calmly. Do not be aggressive or defensive. Instead, let her know that things have changed and that if she wants to be part of your life, she needs to respect the new dynamic. Maintaining consistency. Boundaries only work if you maintain them. If she tries to test you again by pulling back or playing games, you need to stand firm. She should know that if she crosses the line, you are willing to walk away without hesitation. No more second chances. This is about respect, and if she cannot give you that, then she does not deserve your time or attention. She needs to see that you have transformed into a high-value man, one who does not tolerate disrespect or games. Conclusion. The unstoppable man, in control of his destiny. This is not just about getting her back. It is about transforming yourself into the kind of man who does not need to chase. You are the prize. You are the one in control. By focusing on your growth, setting boundaries, and mastering your emotional strength, you have completely changed the game. She's going to come back because now you are a challenge, a man she cannot easily control. But the real power is not in making her come back. It is in becoming the kind of man who can walk away if she does not rise to your level. This journey is not just about fixing a broken relationship. It is about fixing yourself. When you put in the work and elevate your life, you will not just have one woman wanting your attention. You will have options. And that is what makes you unstoppable. You are no longer the guy begging for her approval. You are the guy who commands respect effortlessly. She will notice, everyone will notice, and when she comes crawling back, it will not even matter if you take her back or not, because you will have become the kind of man who is in control of his destiny.